All right, hey y'all, it's Pizza. We're back here today in Minecraft. Good to be back in Minecraft. Always a good day when I can play a little Minecraft and have some fun. Um, you know, so if you follow Pizza and you follow my Minecraft stuff, we have a Pizza Plays series going on right now. But I've also always done Siege You Need. Been doing them for a while, but I haven't made a video in a long time for Siege You Need. So I thought, yeah, I found a really good one. I feel like I kind of need to share with you guys. So, you know, when I'm doing series, whether it's the Long Dark, Fallout, Minecraft, Stranded Deep, The Outer Worlds, blah 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 blah, right? Uh, I'm playing other versions, other series, playing video games on my own time, right? And I needed a little break from the Pizza Play series, so I was like, you know what? I just want to find an island in Minecraft. Start there and just kind of, build up. So let me explain the process just a little bit. So what I do when I'm looking for a new seed is I go into creative mode, I generate a new world. I give myself, you can see down here, starting map and a bonus chest, right? Sometimes I give myself a few extra items, but then I go in and what I do is I take that starter map and I fly around it and I think, all right, is this a map I want to use? Is this a map I want to play on? Right? And I got really lucky because this is literally, like, no joke, the first world I loaded into. Sometimes it takes, 3 tries. Sometimes it takes 20 tries to find what I'm looking for. Uh, but like I said, I got pretty lucky, right? Now, when you do this, of course, achievements are disabled. Now, I could always reload the seed and play straight survival, and I'll have that map uh, to play survival in. A lot of times, though, I like to give myself a few little starting things to help me. Sometimes I'll build something. Sometimes I'll make a little adventure kind of thing, or build. I built a big pirate world once, uh, and then I'll play it in survival, like straight up survival mode, right? No more cheating, no more doing anything, no more adding, and we just enjoy what the world has to offer and what I've given myself, if anything, to start, right? So right up at the top is the seed you need, right? Now Pizza plays on PlayStation 4, so of course this is Bedrock. Um, if you're on Java, you can type this in and see what happens. I know that some maps, they work in both, so it could work out. Sometimes that map works, but there's some differences in like structures and stuff. So maybe you have a wooden mansion, you know, in Bedrock, but it won't be there in Java, or vice versa. Or there's a village over here in Java when you load it up, but there's not that in my version on Bedrock. So I don't know. Type it in and see what happens. All right, let's jump in. There's old Pizza right there. Look at Pizza, he's so adorable. And I'll share the map with you. I'll also give you a little information on, uh, what I gave myself to start this survival run, because I gave myself a few extra things. Because you never know what you're going to find, right? Whether you're going to get lucky or what you might want or need. There I am. Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? It's Pizza. It's me, Adorable. All right, I got the map in my hand and my bed in my hand. That's good because we're gonna go looking around. You can see we've got some diamond gear. We have diamond chest plate and some diamond boots, but we still got iron helmet and pants. We haven't quite made it that far. We've got a few diamond tools. You can see my hotbar there. We got a diamond sword and a diamond pickaxe. So diamonds have been found, and I'll show you where I found those here shortly. Okay. So here's the coordinates. This is where you start. Again, I gave myself a bonus chest and the starting map that you can see over there at my left hand. And yep, you start out on this little island right here, up there in the top left corner, right? So this is spawn, right? Yeah. A little bit of stick drift. It only in Minecraft though, for some reason. In all my other games, I don't have stick drift, but in this one, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, Minecraft. But this island is basically covered in birch with a few oak trees, right? I've changed the terrain a little bit. This was all sand and everything. I had captured a zombie nautilus in this little area. Well, I mean, I captured him over here. But I tried to lock him in here, and I don't know, he just disappeared one day, so. What you gonna do? But we'll get to flying around the map and checking out all the goodies here in just a minute. Oh, Trashman's here. But let me show you some of the things I gave myself to start with. Gave myself a turtle shell helmet because I like to swim, and a flint and steel. Didn't really need to, but I gave it to myself anyway. And this sword, right, chow. Unbreaking 2, sharpness 2, looting 1, and mending, right? Because who doesn't want to start with a good sword? And usually my thinking is, especially when I do an island start, it's like I'm shipwreck. I have a few things, you know, in my inventory that have washed ashore with me or whatever. But yeah, I gave myself this nice sword to start with, and the turtle helmet. And over here, there's a few other things. I always give myself, you know, you're not guaranteed any armor trim. I really like the Coast armor trim, and so I gave myself that. And then I gave myself a couple of workstations, a lectern, a blast furnace, and a barrel, and 4 villager spawn eggs, right? Spyglass and some amethyst shards, because again, you never really know if you're going to find that stuff. A lava bucket, or as Etho likes to call it, a lava bucket. And then 4 potions. Fire resistance, potion of water breathing, potion of healing, and a potion of night vision. I'll take that for now. Let's move all our stuff up here. This is really bad, maybe. I am playing, like I said, in survival mode. Once I find the world, put whatever I want in it, little extras, or any extras. Sometimes I don't. Just use the bonus chest. It's on. It's just regular, you know, survival. So yeah. So this island, we start out with like I said, a taiga-ish kind of biome. It looked like you see over there. Right? A lot of birch trees and, like I said, a couple of oak trees. Obviously, we made some changes. I think. Oh, I also gave myself 3 diamonds and a stack of emeralds. The stack of emeralds is already gone because that guy. He helped me get this pickaxe right here. I bought it from him, and the 8 pale oak saplings, right, and the 2 spruce saplings. And I think that pretty much was my budget of 64 emeralds to start with. So, yeah. All right, let's cruise the map. So we're going to go over to creative. Apparently, it's going to take just a moment. Yoink. Yoink. Alright, so this stuff is, you know, we got dark oak right off the bat here. We got a little bit of taiga, we got dark oak, so we got red mushrooms and brown mushrooms and stuff, so we can make mushroom soup. A decent amount of animals spawn on this island, like every animal in this pen over here. So we get 2 sheep, 2 chicken, and obviously, well, I've been working on bookshelves. There was some sugarcane over on that island, and you can see some sugarcane. Well, we can fly now, huh? Yoink. Right over here. So, good news. Flowers, and this island was covered in leaf litter. So, plenty of leaf litter, and you can see we're still in the early stages. Like I said, you see my armor or whatever. We're surviving. But yeah, we still have a little bit left here, and there's leaf litter around on some of the other islands here. But like I said, I wanted island survival, and what did I get? I started on this little island right here. Oh, the other thing I did though was I came in and I put a bunch of sea pickles in, just to light up the area around my base. Uh, just makes life a little easier. Is this guy finally gone? Good. Yeah, I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the video, but there was a trader and his llamas trapped in my boat. And originally this boat was parked right here, so he tried to go away. I don't know how that works. Well, let's explore. And this is what I usually do on a new map. Let's take this. There we go. Relax, fella. Relax. So we can see beneath. I don't know that there's any shipwrecks or anything. I haven't really looked, honestly. But generally what I do is exactly this. I fly and I'm looking for stuff. Let me see if we got some stuff over to here off the map. But the first thing I was excited to see is this right here, Savannah area, right? The piece of what's so exciting about Savannah? Well, acacia trees, right? I think acacia trees and cherry trees. I think cherry trees are better. Well, all right. So in the tier of like wood that is good for both charcoal, so fuel. They look cool, I guess. Uh, but also saplings, which we can also use for bone meal, etc. Acacia is pretty good. So I'd say acacia at the bottom, cherry, dark oak, and then the top tier being jungle trees. But the reason I was excited for the Savannah is this guy right here. Because if I can get potions going, we can get an XP generator, and I can get a ton of XP just from this little guy right here. Yeah. Now, on PlayStation 4 Bedrock Edition, I've tried like multiple experience machines, I guess you could call them. They're barely machines, really. With it just lags really bad. So, but just one armadillo is all I need, and I can have an XP farm just sitting wherever I'm sitting, right? But we'll follow the way I do things. So then we fly. We're looking around, and we're like, oh, there's cool stuff over here. We got some plains. Looks like now I looked for some caves. Not a lot of mountains, or see the stick drift. Only on Minecraft. But this is more of a ravine map, so you might want to keep that in mind. But a nice, really, you can see on the map over there, my left hand, a huge, huge, huge savannah area. Really cool structures. Um, I like the hills that come with the savannah. These kind of goofy, strange little mountains with all these rivers and everything. There are a few caves, but again, even the caves sort of end up being ravine-like. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I've been over here in survival mode, do a little looking. Gold, people. But yeah, we got dripstone, which I haven't really come over here in survival mode yet to mine, but I need some dripstone. Yep. And then we've got right down here at the bottom, the beginning of a abandoned mine, which means probably got a spider spawner in here somewhere. What's up, buddy? What's up? But I mean, look at this. We're already at negative 43, so we're definitely close and you know into the diamonds pretty quickly. Just right here, almost kind of naturally. Is it nighttime already? We have the night vision potion, but you know, whatever. That, and then over here, we have a broken portal, one of, I think, three. Have a quick peek. We got some lodestone. Yeah, I've already looked in here. Yeah, you know, is what it is. And then usually I go this way. Boop. So pretty much just try to work the edges of the map. And like I said, I'm doing this in creative mode before I play the map, just to see if, like, you know, is this a map I want to play on? Does it have some things I want? Let's see what I'm looking for, or like, you know, a variety of wood types, biomes, basically. Are there some good places to build? And again, we're only counting this little square, this little map I've got in my hand. Obviously, we got all the things to explore later. But then we got a nice little valley here and a plains biome, which is pretty good for building because they're pretty flat, you know. I make a cool fishing hole right there. And then what I'm always hoping for is, of course, jungle, right? Jungle wood is probably one of the best woods to use for just about everything, right? Uh, excuse me. Building blocks, charcoal, etc. Now, the hope is, of course, to find some bamboo. Oh, yeah. Got a little lava pool over here, maybe? Yep, yep, yep. Super handy, plus what we can get from the broken portals. Uh, yeah. Oh, there is bamboo. There, oh, I got to come back here in a survival mode and come get this one little piece of bamboo. I need it so bad. I need it so bad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was positive. I was like, man, I swear the first time I swept this area, I saw bamboo. All right, good. We'll leave it though. Pizza will go through the struggle. Over here, coming over here and getting it. Farming in these areas can be really dangerous. I had a hard time. I almost died 2 or 3 times. Just trying to get some saplings from this area. I think it was. Oh, I don't know. Somewhere in this direction, I have a little home where I cleared out some trees, but there's just tons of shade. Lots of bad guys. Lots of bad guys. All right. Let me go back into this, like, mainly birch kind of taiga area. I don't really know all the names. If you clear this out, again, another great area to build. We've got jungle on the sides. We've got a nice little river over here. We got lots of birch. And then right up ahead, we've got dark oak. Another lava pool. Note to pizza. Yeah, now we got this thick dark oak forest. I was hoping for a cave, but you know, we'll take what we can start digging. But look at this. Massive, massive, massive dark oak. Is that bamboo over there? It is. Look at this. So just off a map, Look at this huge bamboo area. Perfect. I was like, eh. I mean, you only really need one bamboo tree, right? But there might be some pandas down there. We don't know. I'll try to stick to our little map square because it's kind of the point. All right. Keep cruising. Now I don't know if there's a pale oak forest. It could be over in that direction, right? We don't know. But it's certainly a huge dark oak forest to wander through and see. Maybe there's a woodland mansion somewhere. Maybe there's some pale oak. We've got this gorgeous lake here, which again offers just kind of a mixture of biomes. Really beautiful place. Like if I started right there, I probably would have just, well, started right there. Island in the middle of the lake. I mean, I was hoping for an island in the ocean, which we lucked out and got. Look at these cool structures we've got here. I did run around through here. I didn't find a lot of surface iron. Wasn't that lucky. And a little hard to scale and move and get around in this area. But look, there's a pizza torch right there. You can see. Yeah, I remember hanging out here and sleeping here, I think. But look at all these cool little spots to build. Then we managed to get a swamp as well. And look at this mountain over here. Look at that. It looks so cool. But we do have a nice swampy area. I don't see any mangroves. I don't think there are any mangroves. But we might get lucky and get a propagule from a wandering trader, right? And maybe we can plant a bunch of mangroves. Boom, hit back to the edge of the map, head this way. We'll go check this mountain out. Lots of frogs. I was very excited. I don't see any right now. When I was actually over here looking through this area in survival mode, I saw a bunch of frogs. There's one. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Look at him. Awesome. And firefly bushes abound. We got the blue orchids. Look at this. Right, so a little bit in the main, or I say mangrove, in the swamp area, right? Because you can tell by the color of the water. You can kind of see when it starts to change over to savanna. This mountain's a little bit of both. Well, there's some iron. Must have missed it. Very steep, very cool, and then we're back to the big ocean, right? I did want to show you. So you guys can get the coordinates for it. Here, let's hang out. And let's let the map load in and then just be it. Yeah, let's let it think for a minute. And if you're familiar with how Minecraft maps work, you can probably already see where I'm headed to. This gives us a little bit of the interior. Look at this great little plains, flower plains area, I think. Another great little flat place. Oh, here's the other portal. I broke it down to make my own nether portal. Poured a little bit of water. I think I grabbed all the good stuff from the chest. Here's some amazing gold tools if you feel like that's what you need. But you can have all this lush green to build on and be next to the savannah. Like I said, let me get you the coordinates for this village. Yes. So we do have a savannah village. I really like the layout of this village. It's kind of one of those, sometimes when they're kind of spread out like this, it's kind of annoying to keep safe. But everything's torched up already. These guys should be pretty safe, right? I like these stilts on the houses. We got some banners we could snag. Map maker. So hopefully we can get a map to trial chamber. I think trial chambers are under mountains though, so I'm not sure how lucky we're going to get on that. We do have a lot of different biomes. But there you go, we got the warm pigs and cows and chickens, excuse me, over this way. I gave myself the 4 villager eggs, but obviously I'm going to come over here at some point. Turn these guys into whatever I want. And I'll probably build a little house and a little base, a little mini base, like, I don't know, probably over in that direction. Whew, dirt's a little dry. All right. Anyway. But yeah, nothing really too great, you know, not a blacksmith or anything. Oh, but 2 clerics. So I got that silk touch pickaxe. I'll probably come over here and grab a brewing stand. And I'll show you why that's going to be helpful here shortly. But, boop, right there. 241, 73, 667. And interestingly enough, a lot of the other exciting stuff is back here on our little starter island. This is. I have died a few times. Look, there's the cows. Awesome sauce. That looks so good. Hey, buddy. Meow. Oh, there's a shipwreck. Look at it. Again, I want to save that for my survival part of the adventure. I want to peek in the chest, but we're not. We're not. We're not gonna. We're not gonna. I can't believe I missed that because I've been out here. Anyway. Kind of cheating. Kind of don't care. Whatever. We don't have the night vision effect right now, so it's not like I can see all the goodies in the ocean. Lots of kelp, though, so if you're a kelp farmer like I am, we're set. And again, I am super stoked about getting some bamboo. I like to use bamboo. I like to make bamboo farms. One of the more useful plants and blocks in the game, I think. All right, so we're back home. And like I said, stole the obsidian from the broken portal area and threw a little lava down. Let's jump in here. Hey, buddy. Whoops. So I want to go left. Let's bust that for now. And so this is where I put my portal, and you can see all these wooden logs. That's because this was a hole that pizza fell through. Boink. I was immediately killed by magma, and there was a wither, or not a wither. What do you call those guys? The big aghast. And he pushed me into one of these lava blocks. I lost a lot of stuff, but not everything. Respawned in the overworld, came back, dropped down, I threw on some iron, grabbed a bunch of stuff, killed again immediately. Respawned in the overworld, came back, dropped down, got whatever stuff was laying there because luckily there just wasn't anything around this time. And I've actually made it back to some of my stuff. And all I had was these dark oak planks. If we look this way, I think if we go this way, it might be off a little bit. Yeah, it's always different when you, like, flying is just, it's such a different purview. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to be able to find this. I want to be able to get back, too, though. Hey, buddies. What was it? Here we go. Maybe it was more like this. Somewhere in this direction. Yeah, I don't remember all this red forest. I don't think I did all this. So it might be even more to the left. There's another port. And there are blaze spawners, so is this it? Yeah, here we go, here we go. So here's part of the nether fort. Like I said, there are blaze spawners. This is just part of it. I'm worried I'm already got turned around. Oh, I hate the nether. It's so confusing to me. I want to go back this way. Yeah. Right. There we go. Woo! Anyway, hopefully you caught the chords. If not, you can always rewind the video. Rewind. You know what I mean. Yeah, so blaze rods. You can make potions, and remember, if you can get silk touch, you can, or you can just go to that village and use the brewing stand. Rainy day. All right. Like all my, here's my little beginning farm, right? We're starting to expand just a skosh. But, you know, you end up digging a hole and living underground for a bit. Now, the good thing about living on an island, I was able to chop down all the trees, get it torched out pretty quick. So, another reason I kind of wanted to island spawn is because I didn't have to build anything. I can pretty much just live above ground and not worry too much. There's a lot of drowned, but, I mean, there's always a lot of drowned. Let me show you how lucky we got and why I really want to recommend this to you. We got enchanting set up. And again, if you want to note the coordinates and the direction that we're going, so watch here. We went to here, took a left, went to here, took a left. Spiraled down a bit, found some ore there, obviously. And a long walk down. But no, I don't have stairs all the way down. Boom. All right. So now we're below ground in the caves. Very excited to show you guys this. This is going to blow your mind, right? Boopity boop. You had to break through. I could see the lava, so I knew there was more caves, so we came up this way. Now, funny enough, I ignored this, and I went this way, right? Lots of diamonds in this area, you guys. Lots and lots of diamonds. I found a ton of diamonds. It was before I had a Fortune 2 pickaxe, and I think I had like maybe 20. We look over here to the right. Look at this. Lush cave. And it's massive. It is massive, lush cave. You can see my torches from exploring. Here in survival mode. Went both directions. This one, I think it's a dead end. But that way is where I spent a good part of my time. Oh, there's another spore blossom. Oh, two. Lots of caves going this way. And then if we head up to the right, another system of caves, right? So just super lucky. A lot of diamonds. Not as much as what I found up in that upper area, interestingly enough. But I did find a few diamonds down this way. And then this is where we came from, but we can see there's still another area that I've yet to explore up here. Oh, yeah. Slime chunk. A little cheating. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I've been getting tons of slimes popping in here, so natural slime chunk spawn. How lucky is that? Like super lucky, right? You guys, there's a lot of light down here. What are you doing? I guess I missed a few spots, huh? That's alright. These don't really go anywhere. I don't think that goes anywhere. I think it's just a dead end. Yeah. But again, I can't really express to you. They're not. I mined them all, but there was just diamonds. It was crazy. But right here by this lava waterfall, -14, -16, -12. If you come down this waterfall here. Oh, I made this, by the way. I just threw a bucket of water down. Right. Boom. Over here to the right, what do we got? We got a zombie spawner. How freaking awesome is that? So right here, experience, ready to go, you guys. There was a bunch of... I don't think I really took much from this chest, honestly. And that dead end's down there. Here's coordinates for that. And then if we come back to our little water spout here and we go to the left, this is so incredible. This is what I think it really kind of makes it. And like I said, it's just under my base. Like this is so going to make my life so easy. And you can see I just recently started digging this out. Skelly spawner. Come on. 12 negative 3, 33, 14. Boom. I come over here. I get bows, enchanted bows, armor, enchanted armor. I mean, it's going to be iron, leather, and copper, but I'm not sad. And all the boom blocks, man, a person like Pizza can really use. And I can use a lot. A lot. A lot. Just right here. Where like I said, this is literally just pretty much right from where I started digging in, right? Lots of gravel down here. And then, boop, here's our stairs right here. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. And like I said, the funny thing is, when I popped up here, I completely ignored this. I was like, oh, I'll check that out later. All the diamonds I could find in here. And then I was like, oh, I found a lush cave. And like I said, this is a massive cave system going this way. And lots of lush caves. I mean, there's an hour's worth of stuff just going this way, so. What's up, man? I look you dead in the eye. Dead in the eye. Here, have some slime. Give me that. But imagine starting on this little island, and that, like I said, that's spawn up above, and boom, Skelly spawner, zombie spawner, right? So I'll have zombie flesh to trade with the clerics, I think, right? And I got 2 clerics in the village, and really, to me, the best thing is the Skelly spawner. Super helpful. Boom, here's the bottom of my stairs. Gonna head out straight this way. A little to the left. On your left. Pop out to this lava fall. Lots of iron down here too, by the way. Got tons of iron. Tons of iron. So lots of iron, lots of diamonds. Blop down here. To the right, fight a few zombies. You got a zombie spawner. Plop down here, hang a left. The Skelly spawner right there. And I took everything from that one. I had gunpowder, diamond horse armor. I think maybe iron horse armor. And it's that simple. So I got plenty. Like I said, I just started building it earlier this morning, actually. But I'm setting that Skelly spawner up as soon as possible so I can get those bone blocks. Try to let you get all the coordinates for all the twists and turns. Super long staircase. Boopity boop. Yeah, here for a second. Boop. Bibbity bop. Scoopity scoop. Shimmy shim. Hummity hummity. Boo boo. It might be nighttime. Yeah. Get a little shriek. There we go. And bam. Back to spawn. I think this is probably one of the best spawns I've ever had. I think it's probably one of the best seeds I've found so far. Remember, we've got a map maker, so hopefully we can add a trial chamber to all of this. You know, maybe get a few treasure maps. Probably that boat I already found though. And yeah, if you're looking for, and again, is this the best starter? Like we're not in the middle of the ocean with nothing surrounding us. No, but you don't have to go anywhere too far. So yeah, I went over and I got myself some dark oaks. I went over to the jungle area. I got myself some jungle trees. Uh, in my bonus chest that I started with, I had some cactus. So we got this going for uh, experience. Green dye is pretty much. I don't really plan on dying a lot of things, you know. But it's really great experience grinder. So we've got a few planted. Flush this out. Maybe build an actual cactus farm. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But yeah, instead of, like I said, in lieu of Pizza Plays Minecraft, oh, and this is how I've been cooking all my food, because these things are amazing, by the way. I mean, you don't waste any fuel, you just build it once. Maybe like a line of campfires would probably be better, but since I do mostly fishing, again, like I said, I've been surviving. There's the blue orchids I got from the swamp. I really do a lot of fishing to get stuff. And I need to just mention this, you guys. You like 4 mending books. 4. Unbelievable. Come here, give me this. 1 true mending book. It was just a straight up mending book. And then 3 mending books that had something else with it, right? I think it was on this one. I think it was mending and sharpness 4, and then I had a bow that had fire aspect 2 and knockback 2. No, yeah. Because this diamond sword is on natural. So yeah. Super lucky, super incredibly lucky. I can't promise you that. I can only promise you the coordinates. Uh, and again, this is Bedrock Edition, so I can really only promise to those Bedrock players, you know, all the things. We'll have to see. Sometimes Java works, sometimes it doesn't. But again, what a great start. What a great little island. You don't have to necessarily go running right over into the Dark Oaks. It kind of makes sense, though, right? Just to get a few. Uh, but yeah, like I said, this island was pretty much just covered in these birch trees and just a couple of oak saplings. That's really all you need. And it's big enough that we get trader. Uh, my boat floating away because of that trader, though, is kind of making me nuts here. Just bring this back on here. You certainly don't have to give yourself a bonus chest. You don't have to play like pizza and give yourself a special sword and a bow with infinity on it or anything like that. You don't have to give yourself some villager eggs or anything, and you don't really even need them because, like I said, the village is pretty big. You can breed them. You can do what you want with them over there, and you just need to get torched out pretty quick because, luckily, there's not a bunch of caves and stuff for them to fall into and get trapped in. But it is dark, and there are a lot of mobs. So yeah, quick little video. That's all the seeds you need. Videos need to be. We don't need to hang out here and do a lot of chilling and surviving. For that, you want to watch the Pizza Plays Minecraft videos. Please do check them out if you see this video. I play, well, Minecraft. I also play a lot of The Long Dark and a lot of other video games. Pizza's an OG gamer. You can see it in the description. I like games. So if you want to jump in and ever say hello, feel free to communicate with Pizza. If you want to comment, like, share, and do all those things, I appreciate all those people so much. Thank you. But otherwise, you know, write that seed down from the beginning of the video and load it up and see what you think. See if you like to enjoy it. And if you do, and you happen to want to tag me in something, let me know. Feel free. I'd love to see what you do with this area. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Had a great time. Glad to be back in Minecraft. Glad to be making other videos. You know, Pete's been very busy at work. Haven't a lot of time to make a lot of videos. But my schedule is going back to what it originally was. And you should see a lot more content coming in the next few weeks from Pizza. We're going back to Stranded Deep. We're going back to the Pizza Plays Minecraft. And of course, there'll always be more dark content. Our immersion run. And then, of course, I feel like a few side mission videos need to come out. So. Anyway, just want to thank you guys for dropping in. I hope you guys are having a great day, doing what you want to do, and things are going well. But that's going to do it for today. So, if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And if you see us at a later date or time, thanks for watching. Really hope you guys having a great day. And listen, y'all be good to each other.